Hello. Hi. My name's Brian, and I made this movie. So let's talk about it, shall we? So, right off the bat, I just want to say I think my greatest accomplishment in this movie is the fact that I secured a cameo from the one and only Royce Hobson. I mean, he's agreed to do stuff for me in the past, but this being my first official, anything that I'm going to count on my resume in the future, the fact that he is a part of this, it just really makes me happy. And of course, Elisa, she's my Robert De Niro to my Martin Scorsese, so she's gonna have to be a part of my projects. Also, I don't know if you noticed that right there when he lifted up the folder and that little green piece of paper there. My intention was to put a picture of Elisa there, like a headshot. And I was gonna digitally put one in, but I I just didn't. And this Super 8 footage actually is not shot on a Super 8 camera. It is from an app that I downloaded a long time ago where it just gives you that effect. You can film anything, and it puts that effect on it, and it looks super convincing and incredible. And there's different filters and everything. This shot right here, this bag shot, was the first thing we ever filmed for this entire movie. No, I lied. This is the first official full day of shooting. But this isn't the first thing we filmed. This took 12 takes, and we didn't get it on time before the sun started going down, so we had to call it quits. And then, we came back the next day and set up again, and it was one take, and this is what you see. I got it in one go. It was incredible. Random southern store that nobody's ever heard of. Hope they don't sue us for using that. Hey, that's me, by the way. So, this scene, we filmed in a giant circle going around Elisa's neighborhood. Surprisingly, it didn't take as long as I thought it would, actually, because this is the most dialogue-heavy thing in the entire movie. Well, not really, but it's one of the most heavy dialogue scenes.
Well, wake the fuck up and head on over.
The best part about this is, I don't know if you noticed it, but we had to ADR some scenes, specifically this scene, and ADR is automated dialogue replacement, where this whole scene is muted, and I had to specifically and manually put in the sound effects, and Elisa right now is lip syncing to her own voice, because I put together a rough cut for them to listen to, so they could hear how they said their lines on set. Obviously that's how you do it. And we just sat in the back. We sat in Kayla's car. I sat in the front, put the mic between the two seats, aimed it in the back seat, and they were back there with the headphones and laptop and listening to the lines, and they were just going back and forth, trying to get it down pat. And so this entire scene is ADR, manually. I mean, you can kind of tell that it's not that they're lip syncing, sort of, if you look really hard, but I think it sounds pretty convincing. There's some audio issues in this movie that couldn't have been avoided. Some ADR situations that I didn't get to do when I was there with them, and we had to do later on, and those are the ones that are super obvious, and it pisses me off. See, like this scene, obviously ADR. It's not that I'm not happy with how it came out. The effect doesn't really sound like they're far away walking away from the camera with an echo. I tried the best. I'm not an audio editor, okay? I'm a video editor. Not even supposed to be an editor. Now, see, this is on. Well, this specific shot right here is still ADR, but then it slowly fades into the actual on-set audio, which is here.
Okay. Yeah. So I want to get like a low angle of you like walking past the camera.
That right there, that line, that is the worst of the ADR. That is the worst. I can't stand hearing that, the way that it sounds. It's not her fault, the way she recorded it. It's just that they didn't have the mic that I had when we were filming, so it's going to sound different, obviously. And that Super 8 camera, by the way, was given to me to use for the movie by the one and only John Johnson, who also has a cameo in this movie later on. This is funny. They had no idea what the hell the dramatic gopher was. Apparently they've never heard of the dramatic gopher meme, so I had to explain it to them. This montage scene, most of this is all filmed in this one location, except for the cemetery shots. And, again, pissed off at myself that I didn't actually film any Super 8 footage of, like, this stuff where they're, like, filming it with the camera. You would think it would be a good idea to film some Super 8 shots of what they're filming, but no, I didn't do that, because why would you do that in a movie with a Super 8 camera? It just doesn't make sense. That shot right there of us running, me chasing after Elisa, chasing after Kayla, long story short, if we hadn't run that and we walked it, we would have been ran over by a police chase. That's a story for another time. I don't know if you've noticed so far, but the color correcting is all over the place in this movie. I tried really hard to make it all look the same color, at least close enough, and now where we are right now is we were at Elisa's mom's house. In her backyard, which is the woods, and I was attempting to not get the house in the shot as much as I possibly can. There's the first shot of the Phantom, which is played by Mike, and he, God bless this man's soul for putting up with the bullshit. He only had literally like 10 minutes of screen time. Well, not 10 minutes of like film time. He has like I think maybe 1 minute and 12 seconds of screen time in total, but he covered himself from head to toe in all black. And the budget of this movie was $15. We spent $15 on things for this movie, and those things were the gloves that Mike wears, because apparently nobody had any black gloves to wear. So we had to go, we had to search several stores to find these fucking gloves. And I wasn't even intending on showing the gloves. It's just supposed to be his hands. I think the zoom in on this shot is a little too slow, so it doesn't really work. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't believe that at all. I was told by Toby that shot doesn't work, and I don't believe it. I think it looks good. But whatever. There's John Johnson's cameo. If you pause the video, you might be able to read the article. The camera quality when we were filming it was good enough, and you can actually read it, but I don't know how well, because YouTube compresses a lot of shit, so I don't know if you'll actually be able to read it. But I actually made this article with Kayla. That's her kitchen counter in the background of the photo where the camera is. It was her idea to name it the Daily Tuba because we were trying to make a joke on the Daily Bugle. And I actually put my name in there as the author too. I didn't realize that until just like after when I started. What a transition that was, by the way. I just want to point that out. Like fucking beautiful. That right there, actually, that night shot, that transitioned into this day shot, that night shot was literally the first thing we ever filmed for this movie. That was the first thing ever, officially. And then here's this beautiful transition, which I didn't want the blur effect, but I couldn't, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to transition cleanly from behind the tree, from scene to scene. I couldn't do it. So the blur, I had to put it in there. Some more ADR until we cut to the actual audio.
Like we want to over there. Do you think maybe we should like change
now this scene, we went back to Elisa's mom's house to do, I forgot what we were doing. We went back to film one more thing or something, but we were there and they decided, like, we might as well film it. Oh, you can see Elisa's mom's house in the background. I gave up on trying to get the house out of the shot, apparently. I don't know. It's just right there. But that's fine. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we came back to do one specific thing, and I don't remember what it was, but they were like, hey, why don't we just film the rest of the goddamn scene? Like, just do it. Let's do it.
Do you think
I was like, I mean, all right, sure.
Wait, I get it.
So you say he came from over...
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not going to lie. The thing that really pisses me off about this movie is that
No.
the way that the Phantom looks, there's no way to cover it up. There's no way to cover up the fact that it's a dude dressed in all black. Like, the light is bouncing off of him from the sun. If that didn't happen, if it was just a solid black mask, that would be cooler, but I don't know how to... I can't fit... Like, that shot was okay. But it's just really hard. It's really hard to make it look not stupid. So it just comes off cheesy. But, like, see, now he's getting closer. I have to, like, manipulate the footage way more to fix it. And right here, you can see the glove passes right across the camera. I had to... Oh, my God. And this also was really funny when we were watching the rough cut of the movie. It just looks ridiculous when you see Kayla choking on absolutely nothing with no music or no sound effects. It's just her just... And this is just... I'm sorry. I'm laughing at my own movie. This is... Oh, my God. I had a really cool shot idea, actually, with this. But the knee part right there, when she drops down to her knee, we filmed that out of sequence. Because with this shot right here, I had a really interesting idea where I was going to pan down from the actual fight scene that was happening with them, with the invisible Phantom, and go behind the camera lens, and then fade into the actual Super 8 camera shot that you just saw. But Kayla was already down on her knee, and when we filmed the transition shot, she wasn't on her knee, so I couldn't use that shot, which really, really upset me, because I was excited about that shot. And now here comes the... oh, there's their fucking house in the background. Again, see, I couldn't... Elisa started going off, okay? And I had no choice but to just, like, roll the camera and just let her go. This is her Oscar moment right here. This is the bulk of this movie. This is the purpose of this movie. Everything up to this point has just been, like, haha, funny, fun times. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, it's real? We're gonna be serious? Okay, I didn't know that was a thing. This is amazing. And the problem, I don't know why, but she started getting into character way too fast, and I couldn't, like, I didn't have time to be like, okay, wait, like, you stand here, and I'm gonna go behind you, because I don't want the house in the shot. I turned the camera on, and I was just like, okay, fine, go, here we go, we're going. It's on. And that right there, I faded out that because, on set, when she was screaming this stuff, she actually, broke through the sound barrier of the mic. So I didn't actually have audio of that, so I had to fade it out. But that was real on the set. That was real. Goddamn, what a testament to that girl's ability to act. And that right there, that was Night of the Phantom, my first official short film. And everybody thinks this is cringy and not funny whatsoever. And I think it's hilarious. I think the idea, I think the fact that people think it's cringy and not funny is hilarious. Because Royce is fucking hilarious.
Maybe I did it.
And it's just a 14-minute long short film of just...
Maybe I did it for you doing it for me. So in that case...
I don't know. I can't... Okay, I don't know why I put this in here. I thought it was funny, so I had to include it. I thought it was funny. But yeah, again, thank you, Royce, thank you, Elisa, thank you, Kayla, thank you, Mike, for being a part of this movie and making it as good as it is. It would not have been what it is without you guys. And I know everybody says that, but it's true. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.